Recently, a friend reminded me that I could turn any situation into a life lesson. When I think about it, she's right. The reason why I turn situations into a life lesson is due to the fact is that everything is a life lesson. From tripping out your shoes to not doing as well as a test as you thought, to choosing the wrong choice, are all life lessons. Proverbs 27 verse 17. People learn from one another, just as iron sharpens iron.
Dear future me, you're exactly who you're meant to be. You are strong. You are beautiful. You are intelligent. You are creative. Just believe in yourself. And you will be fine. Have faith that God is leading you on the right path. That you are filling the story He has written for you. Before you were even known to earth.
Deuteronomy 31 verse 18. I will refuse to help them then, because they have done evil and worship other gods. It's sad we go from talking nonstop to never speaking to them again in an instant. Like we could have stayed strangers, but then I would have learned the lessons that I did. It's interesting how many times this has occurred in my life. Most likely would continue growing the numbers of people that I was close to became distant in a matter of seconds.
You will always fall in love with the most unexpected person at the most unexpected time. Like, how can you not be in love with someone and remained friends after you break up? Since it only takes a minute to get a crush on someone, an hour to like someone, a day to love someone, one day. But it only takes a lifetime to forget about someone. It's like how all the songs remind you of that person. That one person. The one that comes to mind. That person has changed your point of view forever.
Psalm 144 verse 15. Happy is the nation of whom this is true. Happy are the people whose God is the Lord. Your happiness is so precious. And they say you should be careful with who you share it with. Since not everyone wants the best for you, I say be aware of who you share your happiness with. Since it would be easier to recall the memories.
Look, I create videos about past events, not to have others feel sorry for me. I create videos about my past because it helps me to get over it and to see the positive. I create videos about my past to help others in any way possible. I create videos about my past because I want my mind to be free from it and to have room for future events. I create videos about my past for my children, my husband, my grandchildren, etc., to have a chance to see my journey in case I forget about something. I create videos about my past because in the future, I'll know how much I truly grew as a person, how I truly grew as me, the person I was born to be. I create videos about my past because I want the universe to understand why I am who I am.
Sometimes you have to distance yourself from people. If they care, they will notice. If they don't, you know where you stand. Proverbs 23, verse 9. Don't try to talk sense to a fool. He cannot appreciate it.
I learned that when a person leaves, every memory could be erased. The entire of your being in the person's life could be forgotten. But you will always leave a trace on the person's heart. You leave parts of yourself behind, due to the fact that the person will never forget how they felt towards you. It's a powerful force in itself to ever be removed or forgotten. I realize this when I meet people, especially to the ones that I don't talk to anymore. Every person taught me something, and I'm forever grateful for the lessons. Especially the ones who came into my life unexpectedly, since they are the ones who surprised me the most. Good or bad. For each person I met, my life changes forever because of what I learned from each one of you. 2 things I'm glad that I learned while in high school is that don't you dare give up and settle for something less than God's best. And that we may have similar goals, but we achieve them differently, making us different and unique.